Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I have a guest with me today. Can you say assalamu alaikum? She says mama. She started saying mama. She says dada, and she says baba. So she says those things now. She has 3 words in her vocabulary, and sometimes she has her own language. It's actually hilarious, especially at 5 a.m. She's just blabbering these random words. So this is Maryam. Huh? Are you excited to be on YouTube with Mama? You guys, she's the cutest thing in the whole world. She's the cutest thing in the whole world. So today I have a lot of thoughts running through my mind that I've been going through for a few months. And I figured I think it would be very lovely to share how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, and what are some of the recent changes I've made in my life that I think would be very beneficial to you if you were to make those similar changes. And of course, take things with a grain of salt. We're all on our own journeys, and nobody's perfect. And as much as we try to, improve our life and get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's always going to be, hurdles or hiccups along the way. And it's just really important to understand that everybody's journey is on their own. But I'm here to share my journey and share with you what I'm thinking about and how my life is slowly changing in very positive ways, alhamdulillah. And just to kind of have a conversation with you and talk heart to heart, because I feel like YouTube is probably the more serious side of things. Unfortunately, right now, when you jump on TikTok or Instagram, a lot of the content is usually very funny or very trendy. And I don't think right now I am in a comfortable position to be creating content that's funny or things like that. So I'm trying my best to, still share content, still be present, because I do love being here, but maybe have more heart-to-heart conversations and more serious conversations and kind of let you and welcome in on my thoughts and what I've been, going through. So without further ado, let's get started.
Home cooking, baby. Home cooking, baby. Yeah.
So one very important thing that I often get asked about were my nails. And I, for a few years, almost 2 years, would get shellac nails or gel nails. Sometimes I would do gel-X if my nails were short. And I never really got colors that were very vibrant. They were always my nail color, and the most I would do was French tip. So they were always classy or neutral to the point where you didn't really notice. I came across this video and a few conversations with my sister, and we were talking about how it's not worth it to take a risk or take a chance at having fake nails and praying or fasting, even though for some people they say you can have it because they consider the nail a dead part of the body and you cut it off. I think what's more important is, number one, you're only fooling yourself, right? So you're only fooling yourself. You're trying to make excuses for yourself, excuses which are not valid in any school of thought. And even though there's some people that might have their shared opinion about whether or not it's a real or live part of the body versus it being a dead part of the body is one thing. But I think the concept of wearing nail polish is what we say in Arabic, mulfit lan-nazar, which means it's something that's going to attract people to look at you, right? And that automatically makes it invalid. It makes it not halal in that moment. I'm gonna try to not use the words haram and try to use the word not halal. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to stop painting my nails for a few reasons. Number one, I'm trying to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm trying to get closer to the deen. I'm trying to become a better role model and example for myself, for my family, and most importantly for my daughters. I started to see this butterfly effect where if I was doing my nails, Batul wanted to join. And although it's cute to have mommy-daughter dates, pedicure, manicures, what's more important is helping her understand that this is not halal when it comes to prayers, when it comes to fasting. You have to be very careful about the choices that you make, because the choices that you make, they have consequences. And it's just not worth it for you to make up your prayers down the line because you had some nail polish on. And so I started to see this butterfly effect with my daughter, and now I have another daughter. And I have to make sure that I am the best example of what a woman, a Muslim woman is like. And if I can't lead by example, how can I expect my daughters to follow a path that I'm not following? So there was a lot of reconciliation, there was a lot of thinking, a lot of deep thoughts about, my growth as a person, as a Muslim, as a mother, and how my choices are going to be affecting my family members. So that's the first thing that I felt was really important to me, and I felt compelled to share it with you because I know a lot of us, we love to do our nails, we love to feel pretty, we love to do all of these things, and we just need to understand at a certain point, when are we going to decide what is in the best interest for our akhirah, for when we die, for when we're going to be put in our grave. I had a conversation with a friend, and she said one of the reasons why she stopped wearing nails was because she said, what if I died and they were washing my body and I had fake nails on, and they couldn't take them off for whatever reason, and I was gonna meet my Lord, I was gonna meet the angels of death, and they were gonna come to my grave, and I had fake nails on, and it's like maybe my whole ghusl was not even valid, and now I'm not tahir in a sense. I'm not sure if you're tahir or najis, but I'm just, making this assumption that why would I even risk that? And it was extremely eye-opening. I had thought about it before, but subhanAllah, a lot of times there are so many environmental factors that are going to push you to be comfortable in a wrong choice. And that's very dangerous. When you get comfortable doing non-halal things, that's when you know you are not doing good on an Islamic level, and that you need to find ways to get out of that comfort zone, get away from those people, or maybe you're following certain people that are influencing you to do that. And alhamdulillah, even though I've put nails and I've shared nails a few times on my stories, I would always tell people, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to be held responsible. And every time I'd write that, I'm like, okay, why am I writing that? If I know and feel that it's not wrong, why am I telling people not to do it? Because deep down I knew it was wrong. Deep down I knew it was wrong. And that's when I kind of started to deeply analyze all of those choices that are slowly going to take me away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, of course, I'm not saying that if you do have nails, you're away from Allah. I'm not making those judgments because everybody is on their own path, but I'm talking about my path, and hopefully I can influence you to think twice and slowly remove yourself from these things. Now, the second reason why I decided to remove my nails was because I started to see myself beautiful, my hands only beautiful when I had French manicure or when I had a new set of nails. And it set the standard for me that I was not beautiful to the world and to myself and to my husband unless my nails looked a certain way. And it starts to make you lose confidence because I feel, and I've always been about like natural beauty. I personally don't like, lip fillers, these types of things that change your appearance, because I think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you beautifully just how you are. Now, there are some circumstances where some people need to perform certain things, and I can be understanding of it. I think that it becomes a problem when you keep trying to fix yourself with fillers and surgery and all of these types of things to make yourself beautiful when you were already beautiful to begin with. And society has set these standards for us, unfortunately. And that's why it falls back on the concept of who am I following? Who am I being influenced by for them to support my choices, for me to be like them? And that's very, very, very important to realize that it's the community and it's your environment plus shaitan, plus your negative thoughts that are going to push you to make choices that you most likely don't want to make for yourself. And for all of us, at one point, we were very accepting of how we looked. We were very accepting of our plain nails. We were very accepting of our skin without makeup. We were very accepting of all of that. And society, social media has influenced us in these ways to change and become something that we are not. Become something that is almost entirely difficult to actually be achieved, which is this perfect body or this perfect face or these perfect lips. And the truth is that if you notice with people that do have, nails and all of these types of things, they're always doing the next thing. They're always doing the next thing, you know what I mean? And you don't want to fall in that trap. So for me, I started to realize that, hey, I don't want to think that I'm ugly with my natural nails. Because what would happen is when I would take them off and I would look at my hands, I'd be like, oh, they look terrible. But what I'm doing right now is like I'm growing them out. And I'm like, I got this nail oil and I, take care of them. I still get my manicure, pedicure, and but I just don't get polish. And if I do want to get polish, if I'm like, on my period or something like that, that's different. You can do like plain colors. But I'm personally not a fan of, getting like these bright, vibrant colors. I read a book called Atomic Habits, and it talks about how if you want to get rid of a bad habit, replace it with a good habit. So for a lot of you that want to get rid of the habit of putting fake nails on, what you can do is you can either grow your nails, take care of your nails, invest in some good oils. You can get it on Amazon for like $10. You put it on every night and your nails get pretty thick. There's ways that you can take care of yourself and take care of your nails and your hands and still have beautiful hands. You can put cream, make sure your hands are smooth. You can do all of these things to feel pretty without the need of putting artificial things on your body. So you can do that, get your manicures and pedicures, and whenever you're on your, period, you can treat yourself to some polish, but make sure that it's removable and not gel, and not Gel-X. Another thing is, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. For a lot of people, you have the option of like press-on nails. So if you really, really like want to, are not able to like cut it cold turkey, maybe you can take it off. And if you want to have like press-on nails when you're on your period or something like that, I think that is still more appropriate and more valid for prayer, obviously, as long as your nails are kept clean without any polish when you're praying. The third thing that led me to stop all of this is the machines and the UV rays that come from it. And I heard so many people getting like bad reactions, like skin problems. Some people end up getting like cancers and stuff like that from the lights. And why would I put myself through all of that? Why would I put myself through all of that? And so I just kept thinking and thinking and thinking. And I'm like, okay, all of these things plus pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first, that you resonate with me and you understand me. And of course, this is in no way to judge somebody who has nails or anything like that. I think that everybody's, again, as I mentioned earlier, like we're all on our own path. We all have a different connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We all are on our own journeys and we have to respect each other and we have to support each other. And I would always get negative comments of people saying, that's haram, that's haram. And I didn't respond to them because I'm like, you know what? They're at a different point on their journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I'm not there. And I knew that those people, I never got upset with them because I knew they were right. I knew 100% that they were right. And a lot of people would be very happy when I would say, don't do this. They were like, you're so real for doing this. Thank you so much for being positive and stuff like that. And subhanAllah, I'm just sharing this because I feel like right now with the way social media has become, with so many things being normal, nails, fillers, tons and tons of makeup, removing the hijab, unfortunately, everything like that. These are not positive things. And of course, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. We all have our own fair share of mistakes, our own fair share of sins. This, again, is in no way to judge anybody. So I don't want you all up in my comments. So I do want to share that disclaimer. So that's kind of like the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which was nails. And the second thing that I want to talk about is makeup. I really do love makeup. I love playing around with makeup. I love feeling pretty. I love getting dolled up and everything like that. And when I got married to my husband, he kept telling me, I love you without makeup. Why are you wearing makeup? I love it when you're just really, really simple. Your cheeks are a little bit of red and you have your like lip balm on. I love how beautiful you look naturally. And he really supported me, and he really shared his true feelings about me. And I'm like, oh my God, like my husband finds me more beautiful without makeup than how I find myself more beautiful with makeup. And I thought that that's a very dangerous line, because I'm all about confidence, and I'm all about feeling comfortable and beautiful in your own skin. You already know me. I've always been talking about that. Throughout my marriage with him, it was very rare that I was seen wearing makeup. Like, this is the most that I will do. It's just extremely natural as much as possible. And there's times where, I'd wear makeup and stuff like that for like a photo shoot, or, it was like a very big event and things like that. I feel like, okay, that's fine. But I think for me, it was more of like this day-to-day basis of wearing makeup. So I think for makeup, the way that I think about it now is, how can I look at myself every day in the mirror and find myself beautiful without the need of 10,000 layers of primer and concealer and then primer for your eye makeup and all of that type of stuff. So I decided I want to invest in my skin. I want to invest in supplements. I want to invest in taking care of being as beautiful as possible with my natural skin, more than anything, and not covering it up with makeup. Actually, I never used to wear makeup for pretty much the majority of my life. I just started wearing it like 5-6 years ago. I've always put like very little amounts on my face. But then when I started to get really good at it and confident with it, I started to like wear it on a daily basis, and I would do my eyeliner and everything like that. And it was like, if I didn't have eyeliner, I almost felt like my eyes were naked. And I don't want to get back to that point. I don't want to get back to that point, because now if I put eyeliner, I'm like, oh my God, this is so heavy. And that's because I have painted a picture for myself with the support of my amazing husband, alhamdulillah, that this is my standard. This is how I go out in the public. This is how the public will see me, and I'm beautiful just the way that I am. And you can tweak your face, you can enhance your face. Some of the tricks that I do is, like, for instance, I don't wear concealer. I'll get like the Huda Beauty blur filter, and I'll put a little bit under my eyes to kind of cover it up. I put a little bit of like liquid blush very faintly, and I will like put a like lip stain to give my lips a little bit of a color, and I brush my brows. Like, that's literally the most that I'm going to do. And if I'm going to invest in anything, I'm going to invest in really good skincare to take care of my skin as best as I can, to look and feel as confident as possible. And I just wanted to share that. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna wear makeup or there's certain times where I'm not gonna have it on. I'm just saying that my day-to-day, my standard should be that I am beautiful how Allah created me, and I am beautiful like this. And I think that over a period of 1.5 years of being with my husband, alhamdulillah, and anytime I wore makeup, he was like, you look good without it. You don't need to do all of this. It's such a boost. It's such a breath of fresh air, and it makes me feel like, oh my God, wow, like, if my own husband, who I admire and I love for him to be happy with how I look and how I am, says that about me without the need to have any makeup or all of this, supports me and motivates me to not have it on, why would I have it on? So it was just a big eye opener for me. And so I slowly started to step back. So am I gonna wake up every day and just like, show up to the world? No, I have my skincare. You could put something very light, like maybe some very light concealer, kind of like the no makeup look, if that makes sense, to where it doesn't look like you have makeup. So those two things were like on the top of my head. I've been thinking about them, and I didn't really like openly talk about it on my stories or anything like that. Because I feel like right now, again, as I mentioned, like social media right now is like a very, it's like either like jokes or funny trends or, like these types of things. And I just don't want to be a part of that. Even though like right now, my social media, if you look at it, I've been campaigning a lot about what's going on in the world, in Palestine and Lebanon, and just like all the oppression kind of taking place. So it just doesn't make sense for me to like jump in and do all of these types of things. So I'm gonna try to keep all of my like open heart conversations on YouTube, because it's a lot easier for me to hit record, film this video, and upload it for you guys. I don't know, let me know what you think, because I never want you to feel like I'm judging or anything like that. I really want us all to feel connected. Like, this is a sisterhood, and we support each other no matter what. And that if we do see somebody who is having nails or makeup and everything like that, it's fine. That's their choice, just like it was my choice, just like it's probably your choice. But I hope that we can influence each other in other ways and have these heart-to-heart conversations and feel supported by one another, and women supporting women and never putting each other down. That's really important to me. My daughter is super sleepy. She's looking at me like, Mama, take me to bed. There she goes, wiping her eyes. She's so cute. Poor cuties. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. And I really, really love you girls. And I really appreciate you waiting for my vlogs, waiting for my videos. And a lot of you suggested some videos for me to film next. Somebody asked me to film a video of like how I do my collections for Zahraa the label. If you want that, I'd love to film it. I have so much nice things to share, again, on the serious side of life, that I hope that you guys will enjoy, inshallah. So if there's something that you're really dying to see, you really want me to film for you, please let me know and I'll be open to your suggestions. I love you guys so much. Make sure that if you're not following me on socials, to go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, as well as subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. Leave a comment down below and don't forget to hit like to boost this video. I love you guys so much. Salam alaikum. Bye.